Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. Friday, another Friday, come and gone. It's so fast. It's remarkable how quickly time goes. You may notice a different setup this week for today, because I am doing live tapings slash live recordings, whatever you want to call these things. Essentially, I have two movie reviews I have to get out. One for Thanksgiving, one for the movie that's behind me right now, The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. What a mouthful! What a film! I'm going to be reviewing both of these live, which means you're going to see me go through all the trials and tribulations, stumble over names, stumble over my own words. It's quite a magical experience. Then I get to go into my Santa's workshop and edit this shit down to a cohesive, structured review. It's quite something, especially off the cuff. Hopefully it goes well. Super chats are always welcome during this. As I'm doing the review, feel free to talk amongst yourselves, point out anything I may have missed or any mistakes I may have made, because I'm a one-man operation over here. I film, edit, do it all. So there's going to be if you've been following me, you know there's mistakes. It's just part of the experience. I have two cameras set up. Don't worry, this mic that's right here is not actually being presented on the phone that I'm recording from. So the iPhone actually has way better picture quality than even my Canon camera. So I use the iPhone. We use a 4K camera shot on this, and then it looks really nice. Throw a little blur effect in the background. So yeah, you won't see the mic in the actual recording. I don't think I have anything else. I'm gonna take a drink of Coke. It has been a hell of a week over here at the Olinger household. Hell of a week. And not in a good way. Wife's sick, son is sick. My daughter and I have avoided it so far, but it's in the air. It's in the air. I feel it. All right, we're going to do our first review, which is going to be The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm looking at the IMDb so I can know names of people. All I know is Rachel Zegler. Tom Blythe? Yikes. We already got a bad name. I don't know. Bad name, bad me. Okay, let's begin. How do I start this? From the people that brought you The Hunger Games comes a movie slash book 7 or 8 years in the making about essentially the rise of Hitler and what makes him tick and what makes him lovable and someone we can really rally behind. It's a weird proposition, but we like to dissect our villains, don't we? Let's talk about The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Is it a colon? It is a colon. I think it's a colon. Did they remove the super chat? I sure hope not. That's how we make our living on this godforsaken platform. Brocaniac, I really hope they didn't. All right, moving on. Someone help him, please. This movie is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Terrible title. Is both a book and a movie, and they're both prequels off of The Hunger Games. So there's no Katniss Everdeen, there's no Peta Bread in this, there's no Gale, there's no Elfie Trinket, there's no Haymitch. Instead, we got a whole lot of snow, and the forecast is calling for it. He's a young buck ready to set his eyes on the prize, which is to be a higher up, a top echelon contributor to the Capitol. His father is a prominent figure. He comes from wealthy means, but those means have dried up, leaving his family kind of asunder, torn from the wealth that the Snow family once had. Their names dragged through the mud. They're not really the household name they used to be. So Snow really has to take it about himself to, let me take it from there again. So Coriolanus Snow has to make his own name, be his own man. And yes, I didn't say Cornelius, I said Coriolanus, because this is the Hunger Games. Everybody's names are dumb as hell. Okay. Oh yeah, if you thank you for pointing that out. I just realized we have a Twitch icon. I see that now. Yeah, Twitch does not have super chat. That's a YouTube only thing. If you are watching on Twitch, you can do subscriptions over there. I don't know what you do on Twitch. We're newer over on Twitch. I'm trying to grow the community, which reminds me, after this stream, I should have started with this. After this stream is done, I will be exclusively on Twitch playing Fortnite for an hour or so, chatting about movies, chatting about life and whatever, and getting my ass kicked by 8 to 10-year-old kids. It's always a good time. So please think about joining me. If you're on Twitch right now, this stream is going to end over there, and a new one will be like a phoenix rising from the ashes for the Fortnite stream. So when I say goodbye, that stream is done. Hang around for the next stream to start. All right. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for reminding me. That was a shit show getting there. Let's get back to this review. I was talking about Cornelius Fudge. Okay, Rachel Zegler. Our boy Snow is going to find out it's not all gumdrops and rainbow sticker packs, though, as he tries to climb the ladder as just a young high school or whatever they call it over there. I don't know what this weird ass capital thing is, where everybody's just kind of a backstabbing douchebag who dresses like an idiot. But that's where he's at currently. And to get in the good graces of the game makers and the head honchos, he needs to really sell himself as a coach. That's right. This is a prequel, keep in mind. So the games are young. All right. This is still in its freshman years, trying to figure things out. People are starting to lose interest in the Hunger Games already. And our young whippersnapper Snow is going to say, he's going to come around and go, you know what? Maybe if people gave a shit about these contestants, they'd tune in to watch them kill each other. It's a novel idea, and I think it's one that's going to play out. I think it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works. And it's going to work very well. Unfortunately, as is often the case, he kind of starts to fall in love with the girl he has to coach. A young Rachel Zegler, who we will be seeing in the up-and-coming Snow White. She'll be playing Snow White. Snow White, famously known for having tan skin, is going to be played by Rachel Zegler. God, Disney's so good. I love Disney. Let's keep going. Jumping off that Snow White's other... Let me go again. Playing off of that, Snow White's other attribute is her voice. And I will say Rachel Zegler has one hell of a voice. And they're going to showcase it in this film 5 or 6 times. Hope you like that song that... Fuck, what is that song called? The fucking tree song. Are you coming to that tree? What's that damn song? The Hanging Tree? Yeah. Hope you enjoyed The Hanging Tree when Katniss Everdeen sang it, because you're going to hear a whole lot more of it in this film. Now, I am sounding a little salty. I'm sounding a little sour. And that's because I did actually read this book. And even when the book came out, I thought, wow, did Adam hit record on QuickTime? He did not. So I'm going to hit record now. So my audio... Fuck my ass. So my audio is recording. I can get the recording from the live stream, but I really wanted to record it separately on QuickTime. So we're doing that now. Perfect. This is going to be fun to edit. Can't wait. What the hell was I saying? What the hell was I super saying? Oh, yeah. I know I'm sounding a little salty. That's just what I do. But I will give credit where credit is due. I read this book, and I didn't really like it. And I really enjoy the Hunger Games books, and I'm kind of a fan of those movies. The first one's a little rough to start, but I think it really finds its way down the road. Am I actually... I'm not even recording. I'm not even recording on the camera. No, I'm glad I'm early on in this review. Oh my God, I had so many little chestnuts. There's no way. There's no way to duplicate any of this. People, this is why doing a live recording is such a shit show. Oh, I didn't have time. I don't have time. File, new audio recording. Oh my God, we have to start over. Just bail now if you want. Audio's recording, video's recording. Are you? Are you coming to the tree? God, I hate myself. All right, now we're recording audio and we're recording video. What a waste. What a waste of a life I am. The Hunger Games is back. The Hunger Games is back and it's better than ever. Better than ever. No, I was right the first time. We have a brand new Hunger Games film, 7 or 8 books and years in the making with the Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And I saw it and I'm going to review it. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks, dear. Please get better so that I can get some sleep and focus a little bit more. You should actually be sleeping right now, Lindsay. You should be sleeping and not watching me fall apart in front of a live studio audience. Okay. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, terrible title, is a prequel to the aforementioned Hunger Games. No Katniss. No Heimlich. Heimlich? Is it Heimlich? No Heimlich. No Heimlich maneuver. No cat. That means no Katniss Everdeen. That means no pita bread. That means no Haymitch. That means no Elfie trinket. But we do have a whole lot of Rose. But we do. But our forecast does call for a whole lot of snow. That's right. Coriolanus snow is the main focus of this. Not Cornelius, Coriolanus, because all the names in the Hunger Games books are dumb as fuck. So we have to continue that trend. All right, we're getting there. We're getting back. We're getting back where we were. I want to put all my cards out on the table right away here. I feel like I want to put all my Elfie trinkets out on the table for you. I feel like I owe that to you as a critic and fellow member of society. I really enjoy the Hunger Games books. The movies, they're pretty good too. They're pretty fun. First movie's a little rocky to start, but I think it really finds its way, especially with Catching Fire, still my favorite by far of the franchise. So when they announced the prequel book, I read it and I didn't like it. I don't care to watch a dissection of a villain. I don't want to know what makes Hitler tick or how he fell in love with his gal. That's not interesting to me. And I didn't really care for the book because of it. That said, this movie is actually better than the book, at least for me personally. I like that I don't have to be in the head of Snow, of Coriolanus Snow. So I'm not constantly listening to him in his mind bash on other people and how he's better than other people. Instead, I get to kind of see how this guy Instead, I get to see how this thing plays out in real time, and he seems a lot less like a douchebag. And for that reason, he seems like a lot less of a douche. Now, this is kind of a Romeo and Juliet-esque love story, which also kind of soured me because, again, I wish nothing but the worst on Snow. Again, though, it kind of works here. The chemistry is very much there between our two leads, and our let's go from there. His counterpoint is a young woman from District 12 by the name of, what is her name? I don't know her name. Lucy Gray Baird. Yeah, stupid. His love interest is a young woman from District 12 by the name Lucy Gray Baird. Yeah, he's a capital guy. He's a capital boy, born and raised. So he doesn't think very highly of these individuals. That is until he's presented with an opportunity. Actually, really, it's more of a mandate for him to get in the good graces of the game maker and those in higher positions of power at the Capitol. They've changed the way that things work over there at the Capitol, over at that high school weird thing that he's attending, in order to become a member within that organization. You have to impress, what is it called? The Pelm? The Pelm degree? It's some weird ass name. I forget it. Let me see if it says, it's not going to say what it's called. What is the Pelm? Is it the Pelm grant? God, I got to look this up. Hunger Games Prim Grant. Prim. No, that's not right. I don't know the name of the grant. Fuck. And we're live, so I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna be able to look this up. We'll just say the grant. The Capitol offers a grant every year, a scholarship of sorts that comes with a lot of prestige, a lot of money. I forgot the name, the Pelham Grant, the Prim Grant. Probably it's probably the Prim Grant based off of Katniss Everdeen's sister. It's not that. I'm just being a little bitch. I forgot the name. It doesn't matter. He wants this thing because his family, who used to be very impressive, his dad actually helped forge the Hunger Games back in the Diz. They fell on hard times after he passed. The money is dried up. The estate is essentially thrown into ruin, and Snow is just trying to pick up the pieces. And in order to do so, that means he has to really impress everybody that's above him, and that's a lot of people. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to climb the ladder, and he's gonna do this by focusing on this young woman, this Gray from District 12. But along the way, he's going to fall for her. He's going to fall in love with this. What do they say? But along the way, he's going to fall in love with her. Sparks are going to fly with this young spark. I keep saying young. But along the way, this young. This young. Everybody's young. They're all young. But along the way, this songbird's really going to win his heart, his affections, and catch his eye. It's kind of all the same thing, said in different ways. What's her stupid name? I forget. I'm so bad with names. What is it? Lucy. Yeah. Our Lucy's played by Rachel Zegler, who our Lu- our Lucy's played by Rachel Zegler, who we might know as. This went so much better the first time around. Our Lucy's played by Rachel Zegler, who will be in the up. Our Lucy's played by Rachel Zegler, who in the future is going to be playing our new Snow White in the live action Disney flick. You know, Snow White, famously Snow White, famously known for being Snow White, famously known for having tan skin. Disney's just knocking it out of the park with these casting choices. To be fair, Rachel can sing like no other. She has the voice of an angel, and they're going to use that voice kind of ad nauseum in this film. We get 5 or 6 songs in this thing. At some point, you're going to be thinking, that's maybe enough. That's maybe enough singing. I don't need to hear Hanging Tree for the 3rd time. All right, let's cut one of those renditions. And cut they probably should have, because this movie is 2 hours and 30 some minutes. It's 2 hours and 30 some minutes and change. That's too long. It's too long. And this is the worst Hunger Games film, unfortunately, but it always was going to be for me because I don't care for the story. Again, it comes with a caveat. I do think, and my daughter saw this as well, this isn't a bad movie. It is entertaining. It does have enough there to keep the momentum, to keep you interested. I would never sit through this again. That would kind of be torture. But for a one-time watch, it's not too shabby. There is intrigue. There's enough clever plays on some of the things from the original, but it really is kind of its own as well. I like that Rachel Zegler's character is the polar opposite of Katniss. She's not good at hunting. She's not strong. She's a tiny little thing. She's not a scrapper. She's a singer. She's a traveling musician. So she's really going to have to come up with a different way. She's going to have to use. So she's really going to have to come up with a different way and really use Snow to win this thing or escape alive. What else? What else can I say? Why don't I see? What in the hell? Where is Oh, I forgot his name now. I said his name during the movie to my daughter. What the frick? Who? Tyrion Lannister. Why is his name not showing up under the cast? Am I just not seeing things correctly? What is Tyrion Lannister's name again? Somebody tell me in the chat. I forgot it. Peter Dinklage. Thank you, Mr. Buddy. I appreciate that. This film also stars Peter Dinklage and Viola Davis, who are trying their best to out-ham each other in their roles. I don't mean that as a negative. I found both of their characters very fun, very over the top, and they kept my interest. I might have said kept my interest earlier in this review. And you can tell they're having a good time with these roles. As far as the love story goes, it's thankfully not shoved down our throats. It's not the majority of the movie that the trailers would have you believe. It's there. I think it works well. Both the characters have good chemistry. This movie feels the most Disney out of all the Hunger Games films, though. For some reason, especially in the first half, there's a lot of color in the clothing, in the garbs. There's a lot of colorful clothing and garments being worn by not just the Capitol, that's expected, but by the districts. It feels like we're walking out of a Disney afternoon show. I just kept thinking, these people are supposed to be poor? Their clothes are... I'm wearing a Goonies tee from like 8 years ago. That woman's got on some fancy-ass dress. No, I don't know. No, sir, I don't buy it. And come on, Rachel Zegler, her teeth are perfectly straight, pearly white. Could we rough it up a little bit? Could we slap a little bit of dirt on her face? I mean, come on. Okay. What else? Oh. As far as the action goes, this has a leg up on maybe the first Hunger Games, but definitely not the sequels. This is by the same director who did everything but the first film. So I really like his style. I like his approach to these things. Again, though, there is something about this one that's off. Not just the clothing, but the way this one's filmed as far as the digital sets. It feels very fake at times, much more so than the originals. Long story short, I didn't hate this. I didn't love this. It's a fine 2.5 hour movie. One time watch, walk away. I could do more of them in the future. I'm not super jazzed about any more of them in the future, but I wouldn't, like, I'm not like super jazzed for another Songbirds and Snakes. At the same time, I won't dismiss it outright. This is not a bad entry. It's just not anything that special. Did I cover everything? I think I covered everything. Okay, well, those are my thoughts on The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That title sucks. Let me know if you saw this film or if you're planning on seeing it, what you thought about it. Is this your favorite, least favorite as well? Where are you sitting? Prequels oftentimes just not that great. At best, they're competently done, but they never seem to jump ahead of the originals. And I think that's the case here as well. Let me know. Please like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. I post tons of movie content each and every week. Would love to have you stick around. And if you really love what I'm doing, I have Patreon. Patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. Or you can become a member right here on YouTube via that join button. You just hit it, and then there's all these like offerings and presents at your disposal. Lots of exclusive videos, little icon badges, things. It's a good time. Would love to have more support, as this is a one-man operation. I'm basically Snow over here trying to climb the ranks within YouTube. This is probably not the best person to compare myself to. But I can't sing, so I'm no Rachel Zegler either. And I'm too white to be Snow White. Okay, I said enough. Thanks for watching. Take care. Look at that. I actually recorded. Wow. I recorded both files. That was 16 minutes plus the 6 or 7 minutes of waste. That was about 25 minutes to record that. The Hunger Games movie review. Oh, there was no nudity. This is PG-13. No nudity. Ugh. Okay, we're going to and like a hit puberty there for a second, I guess. If anybody has any super chats, please throw them in now or forever hold your peace until I'm done with the next review, which is going to be coming up right now. We're going to exit this one. Bloop. And look at that. I had the other one ready to go. He was hiding back there the whole time. He's like, "Oh, I'm here now." Kind of like the killer in this movie that I'm about to do. Thanksgiving. Patrick Dempsey. I don't know anybody in this movie outside of Patrick Dempsey and Gina Gershon. Cheer 100 says Brock. I don't have Twitch up and running on here, but I can. I thank you, Brocaniac. I appreciate that. All right, let's go to Thanksgiving. I'm going to hit record. Blick. And I'm going to hit record. Scootick. I got both of them recording. You guys didn't tell me last time, which I don't appreciate at all. How you would have known that, I don't really know, but you didn't tell me, so. Okay, Thanksgiving time. Let's see if I can just pull an intro out of my ass. Thanksgiving's that special time of year where the family gets together around the table, has a quick meal, then Hurley runs out to the local Walmart where they can trample over a bunch of strangers to presumably their death so they can save a few bucks on a toaster. Well, Thanksgiving the movie is all about that, and I'm going to talk about it today in my review. I don't know why I did it like that, but Eli Roth fully comprehends that, and that's exactly what the film Thanksgiving is all about. Let's talk about it. Let's review it. Brocaniac Cheers 100 says, Thanksgiving, gobble gobble, bitch. Appreciate that. Thank you, Brocaniac. Yes, OrangeGat, StreamYard does have dual chambers going. As previously mentioned, like 10 seconds ago, this is a film by Eli Roth, who's best known for, of course, his work on the Hostel films. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big Eli Roth fan. In fact, when it comes to directors, I kind of actively ignore his stuff. But or should I say stuffing? Because Thanksgiving, let's keep going. But I was actually interested in this all the way back when it was just a spoof trailer in the Grindhouse films. Grindhouse, if you don't remember, was a 2-part movie experience. It sucked. I hated Grindhouse. But the best part were the fake movie trailers in between the two films, Death Proof and Planet Terror. One of those films was Thanksgiving. It was very funny. It was very dark and twisted. And that's exactly what this hour 45 slasher comedy horror is, and I freaking dug it. That's right, friends. Eli Roth pulled up a chair at the Thanksgiving table. I sat down and I feasted both the eyes, the ears, and the mouth. Well, maybe not the mouth. I don't know how you watch a movie with your mouth. I just had a good time, is the bottom line. That rhymed. The film stars Patrick Dempsey and a bunch of disposable teenagers I've never seen before, and we're all likable and actually pretty damn good. Gina Gershon's in it as well. It was nice to see Gina Gershon. Is it Gershon? It's Gershon, right? Yeah. It was nice to see iPhone storage 4. Fuck off, iPhone. Wait, what? Okay. All right, guys. I've been so like busy with work. Fucking god damn it. For the four of you that don't know, I have a full-time job. I have a full-time job and it's been very busy this week. If someone could play a sad violin in the background, that would be great. It's been very busy, which is fine. I get paid good money for my real job, not here, but my real job. So that's the focus. My wife has influenza, and my son, I think, just got it as well. We did get the flu shots, but it was too late. It takes like 30 days for the flu shot to kick in. So it's been a busy week. So usually when I record off of my phone, I'm going to get to the punchline now. 4K video takes up a lot of room. And so I delete every 2 videos I do. And so you can probably figure out what has happened. The storage is full on the iPhone because I didn't fucking delete any video this week. So now I have to delete some video, which I can hopefully do without screwing up this entire setup. I'm going to try to do it on the phone here. I'm trying to find some of the video I can delete. Find some of the video I can delete somewhere. Here we go. Okay, I can delete the killer review. Delete. I can delete my podcast video. I don't even know what this is. Delete that. And that should, I mean, that's more than enough for this. Okay, so now the fun thing about an iPhone is once you deleted it, it's not actually deleted. You have to go into the deleted videos and then empty the trash. Then, and only then, will it clean things up. What is going on? Okay. I don't want to take this off. I don't want to take this off the dock. Can I search? Get off of me. Can I search this way? Got to find the Photos app. There it is. Oh my God, this thing is so annoying. I got to be able to filter. Come on. That's the one I just did. Don't delete that. Brocaniac Cheers 100. Get an iPhone 15 Pro and you can use a USB-C SSD connected directly to the phone, recorded directly to the drive now. Really? Really? I should see how much is left on this. Maybe I should update it. Did they update the camera quality too? Or is that, I mean, the quality is good, but I assume they updated the camera a little bit as well. Can I really not do this without going into... Can I really not find deleted videos without flipping the camera? Oh my God. Don't fuck me on this. All right, I'm gonna have to take the... Hang on. This is why you have to watch the live show, because you just never know what's gonna happen. Yeah, Orange Gat, I know I have to go to albums recently deleted, but I couldn't do it from the horizontal landscape. I couldn't do it from landscape. I have to do it from... I could not access, or at least I couldn't find deleted photos from landscape view. So here they are. Now I have them. Delete, delete, delete. God, I hope those are the right ones. Delete. And now we should be fine. Okay, now we're back in business. Eh. Here we go. Get this fucker back down. Somehow. Sweating bullets. Okay, let's get this adjusted a little bit. Fine. Good enough, right? All right, now is this camera. Okay, now I have to set this up again to lock onto my dumbass face. There we go. Auto lock is activated. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're good. Have I been recording all of this audio? I have. Perfect. Perfect. All right, what was the last thing I was even talking about? Gina Gershon, I think I said. I think it was Gina Gershon. Wait for Black Friday. Yeah. Debbie does Dallas. Okay. Get back into this freaking filming mode. Can I play Fortnite yet? I'm sweating through my shirt. What Eli Roth has given us here is a table full of fixings that the whole family can feast upon. We have a lot of violent kills. Disgusting, goring, almost terrifier levels of debauchery. Not quite there, but at some points I was like, oof, this is hard to watch. But watch I did, because it's Thanksgiving. I honestly did not expect this movie to be an intriguing thriller on the same page as Scream. Now, while it doesn't have the point now while while it doesn't make fun of the tropes that Scream does and point out obvious issues with itself, it is very much a whodunit murder mystery. And in that vein, I freaking dug it. I was sitting there racking my brain trying to figure out who the killer was, if there was more than one, what was happening. And I was satisfied with the conclusion. And the ride getting there was pretty great. Now, this is schlocky, intentionally so. And even when it is schlocky, there are one or two moments where I thought to myself, that's a bit much. I don't really buy this whole scenario taking place right now in the slightest. You're going to let the kids wander through the school after a murder has taken place? Pretty sure even the dumbest local town officials would shut that thing down right away. But no, there's just kids wandering through the halls. That was a little bit much. Outside of one or two situations like that, though, I was invested fully. I thought the humor landed really well. I thought the gore was great and excessive, exactly what I was looking for. And there's a good amount of it. Okay, I think we're okay. Forgot the name of what they call the murder. I gotta look it up. What is the name of the killer in Thanksgiving? Don't give me the actual person's name. Give me the John Carver. Okay. John Carver Math. Yeah. Yeah. Much like Scream, and much like in Scream, our villain wears a mask. And much like in Scream, our villain here wears a mask as well. This is John Carver, though, which was one of the first pilgrims in the town of Plymouth to grace the. We can stop it there. he's in full pilgrim garbs. Do I do garbs again? He's full he goes full pilgrim too, with the hat, with the shoes, the pants, the whole 9 yards. Looks really, really dapper, as a matter of fact. Except for he has an axe that he kills people with, kind of takes away some of the elegance. I mean, here's the bottom line. Oh, if you're going into this movie thinking it's going to be scary, I would shy away from that idea, because this is very much a slasher, gory, schlocky, fun film that almost reminds me of a 90s slasher in terms of how it's filmed and even the locations, but it's modern day because people have their phones. It's this fun mishmash of ideas, especially at those school settings with the cheerleaders and the jocks. It seems like something I would have watched in a Revenge of the Nerds movie, not so much in 2023. But it's not scary. It was never meant to be scary. There are jump scares. There's probably 5 or 6 of those, loud noises where a person pops around the corner. But outside of that, no, this is about the thrills. This is about the mystery. It's about the chase, and it's about those glorious deaths. And they are creative and they are plentiful. So gather around the table with the family. Go see this one if you guys are all into that disgusting debauchery, and have yourselves a nice meal. I had a great time with this. That all that all said, my excitement for this film was left a little bit soured by the audience experience. Now, you can shut the camera off. Now, at this point in time, I would love if you subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all that crap, stick around, and you can leave if you want, because the rest of this is going to be a bitch fest. Because the rest of this is going to be a good old-fashioned bitch fest on one of the worst audience experiences I've ever had in my entire life. I went with my daughter, so she got to experience I went with my daughter, 14. She got to experience the full majesty that is a regal. She got to experience the full majesty that is a regal cinema experience in 2023. We're in a very small theater, which was already a big red flag for me, because I know there's going to be real no escape if there's some assholes. And I really think that 80% of this theater was asshole. We had, I would say, maybe 40% full situation scenario going on here. There was a woman just in front of me to the right. When we sat down, this is where we're at with movies now. This is where I'm at. I pick my seat ahead of time, as most places do. And I often look where there's people at, where they're situated, and where my periph is going to go. So if there's people a few rows up, I'm not going to sit back behind them. I'm going to sit over a little bit, or I'm going to sit on the other side of the world from them, as long as there's empty rows around me. This was kind of a grab bag of different spots taken. So we went with what we thought was the best option, which was back a couple rows and to the left of a woman. And that was a mistake, because when we sat down, she comes in and her phone is doing some convulsion Tourette syndrome thing. The light keeps going like blah, 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 blah. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with this. Maybe that's an iPhone 15 situation that I didn't know about. But she sits down and she thinks, hey, I might as well just live stream this whole film. And so that's exactly what she did. She turned on the camera and she just had it going, just had it live streaming. Once in a while, she would take a photo. Yeah, I'm not sure who the audience is for this live stream, but prepare to be disappointed, because it was pretty dark on the camera. I wasn't going to bother telling this person to put her phone down, because there was ample seating on the other side. So my daughter and I got up after about 25 minutes and we moved to a different seat. I purposely went to a row that only had one person in front of us. One individual is one row up, and he's 2 seats over. We sit down. This guy's solo. He's got a giant bucket of popcorn and a giant soda, and I assume, like an avid moviegoer, he's not going to be a problem. He's a problem. Not even 30 seconds after sitting down, his phone comes out 55, 65% brightness. I am fucking out of my mind mad. but my daughter's there, so I'm trying to cool. It was only at Five Nights at Freddy's where I had to turn around and tell some teenagers to shut the fuck up. And that's verbatim what I said. I'm at the point where I'm losing my mind. I'm going to turn into a Thanksgiving killer myself. This is not good. What's going on in cinemas? So I'm just trying to breathe in. My daughter's getting upset. She's like, is this what it's always like? I'm like, yeah, it kind of is like this now, darling. Camera's not recording. Camera's not recording. Audio's recording. Audio never stopped recording. Brokaniak cheered a bunch of 100 bits. I don't even know. I don't even, at this point, I don't even know what to do. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. Matt, Matt Sclero, shot out of a fucking cannon with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you, Matt. And Matt, I just want to let you know, I started watching, and by started, I mean I got 2 minutes into it before I passed out from sheer exhaustion from this whole week. I did start watching Point Break. I saw Patrick Swayze. I saw Keanu Reeves. They were surfing. The credits were coming up. It looks like it's going to be a fun time. So it's there. All right, what do we do here, guys? Do we try to power through this and take the Thanksgiving review from whatever point it was at? Or, I mean, like, what do we do at this? Thank you, Johnny U. I appreciate that. Thank you, Just Harry. I'll breathe. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. Do we salvage this Thanksgiving? Just use the footage from the stream. It just completely shifts halfway through the video to a completely different angle and quality. Okay, Kyle Nelson with a beautiful $2 super chat says keep going. And you know what, Kyle, for $2, it really doesn't take much to keep me invested, to keep me going. Sweating through my shirt. Look at this. This is what the stream's all about. Pants have basically melted off me at this point. Jan Rose is in the mix. $10 super chat. Thank you, Jan. Don't give it up. Don't give up. It'll be okay. It'll all work out. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Look at this. I just have to fall off the horse, and then people will, pull me back up. Okay, you're watching. Everybody's watching. The record is going. Let's check the audio. The audio is still recording. We're at 28 minutes of recorded audio so far. The good news is I won't run out of space on the phone because it wasn't recording. Okay, let's see it. Let's see if we can do it one take. One take, Adam. Kyle says, I disagree. It's all falling apart. $2 super chat. Thank you, Kyle. I think I'm more inclined to agree with you, sir. Half my family's basically dead upstairs, locked in their own rooms. I can't seem to get through a live stream or record a video anymore. It's all falling to pieces. Okay, we're gonna try it though. I think where we left off was Gina Gershon still. I think that's the point where we really just had nothing left in the tank. Okay. If you're looking for a nice, if you're going into Thanksgiving, the movie, and potentially Thanksgiving at your family's house, and you thought this is going to be a scary situation, you're probably wrong in terms of the film. And I know it maybe was presented that way on the TV, on the commercials, on your phone. What am I, 90? On the TV, on your programs. You might saw an advertisement and you said, hey, Cheryl, come in here. Let's watch this Thanksgiving film. Keep this going way too long. It's not that. This is a schlocky slasher comedy. And I dug it. I dug it a lot. I was excited for this movie years and years ago when it was a spoof trailer in the Grindhouse movie. Grindhouse was a two-part film that went to theaters. It had Death Proof and Planet Terror, and in between were these fake commercials, kind of like we got in the Tropic Thunder. Again, what am I doing, this old man? Kind of like when we got into that old Tropic Thunder picture. And Eli Roth said, you know what? Why don't I make that a full-blown 1 hour, 45-minute feast for the whole family, as long as that family likes gore, debauchery, gross stuff. Oddly, no sex. Oddly, no nudity in this rated R film that is pretty close to Terrifier in terms of gore. But no scares, unless you consider jump scares to be frightening, at which case it's going to get you a couple times. The rhythm is going to get you. There's 4 or 5 of them. God, I just put that song in my head. Rhythm is going to get you. Okay, we'll keep going. Rhythm is going to get you. This movie, surprisingly, this movie caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it to be so similar to Scream, but it is similar to Scream. It's a murder mystery whodunit set just after the horrific events of a Black Friday gone wrong. And I had a good time trying to figure out in my head who is doing this, who's responsible for these killings in such festive ways. Burning people alive in an oven after basting them like they're Kramer on that fantastic episode of Seinfeld. Which is redundant because every episode of Seinfeld's fantastic, but let's focus on this. I am recording still. I have PTSD now from not hitting the record button, so I am scared shitless. Okay. And not only is it similar to Scream in the way that it kind of presents itself with the whodunit clue situation, it also has the same kind of bad guy design. He's wearing a mask. He's got the whole pilgrim outfit. He goes all in. He's dressed to the tens. He does kind of ruin the dapperness with an axe, it's a hatchet. It's a long hatchet, which is his weapon of choice. But he'll use all sorts of things to get the job done. So if this sounds like something that so if this sounds like the type of movie that so if this sounds like the type of meal you're into, maybe pull up a chair, pull up a seat at the local theater and watch this one, because I think you're gonna have a good time. I know I was. I went in a little trepidatious, if I could use a big boy word, but I left incredibly satisfied, which is very rare for me to say these days. So there you go. That's Thanksgiving. Please like the video and comment if you saw the film. Subscribe if you want to hear more from me. I put out movie reviews every single week. Would love to have you stick around. And if you want to stick around, you can, because I do have a nice little tale to tell you. It's you might want to tell the kids to leave the room, because this is going to get a little. It's going to. If you have kids in the room, you might want to tell them to leave, because this is going to get a little rated R. Did I mention that there's no nudity in this movie? Yeah, I think I said all that. I said all the things I needed to. Oftentimes I'll come home after a hard day's work watching movies, and my children will say, "Papa, how was the film, Papa?" And I'll say, "Stop calling me that, you dumbass. It was fine, but the movie experience was fucking terrible." And they'll be like, "What do you mean, sir?" I'm like, "I appreciate sir. I like that. Stop with the papa. Call me sir from now on." And they'll say, "What do you mean, daddy?" And then I get like creeped out by that. But I say, "Well, listen, Connor, you idiot. I'm talking about the people that go to these movies are garbage. They suck, and I want them dead. Not really dead. Not really dead, but part of me thinks maybe they step out in front of a truck and I don't feel bad." Sort of a thing. Anyway, my daughter got firsthand experience as she went with me to Thanksgiving. So this was a fun movie for some of our family to experience. We went in, and I have to tell you, this is like fucking going to war for me now, going to the movie theater. People suck so bad that I have a large portion of my soul being ripped from my body every time I pick my seat on the Regal app. It's just like, it's Russian roulette. Because there's a 50-50 chance you're going to be behind someone that's going to be on their phone. They're going to be loudly talking. They're going to be loudly chewing. They're going to be loudly fidgeting with all the garbage they bought or brought from home, or got at the loudest supermarket manufacturing plantation that makes wrappers imaginable. I don't know if that was a real sentence, but it's there, and I sentenced it. And I wanted to sentence these people to death. So we pick our spots. I'm trying to hedge my bets as best as possible. I pick a spot a couple rows back from just a solo operator. Now, the solo operators, I've decided, are the worst. I used to think it's a single person going to a movie. They probably really like going to movies. They want to watch it. Bill Nye. That's not happening anymore. The people to go behind now are rows that have 4 people. 4 or 5 is probably the golden ticket if it's an adult movie, something PG-13 or up. If it's a kid's movie, it's a shit show no matter what. You don't know who you're going to get. You're going to get a little Billy Tambourine kicking the back of your seat the whole time. It's over. But for something like Thanksgiving, I thought these are people that want to, watch a horror movie. It was going to be awesome. It was not. It was not awesome. I'd say 80% of the people in this audience were garbage. And there was probably only... I'm going to pull a number out of my ass. I want to say there was 20 people total in the theater. And this is a grab bag of every kind of idiot you can imagine. And I'm in South Carolina, so picture everyone morbidly obese, and then you'll have a nice understanding of what I'm dealing with. I go to the theater with my daughter. I have my seat picked out. We sit down, and instantly a red flag is shown. And this is my daughter's words. "That's a red flag." This woman walks in, phone at the ready, and it's just like convulsing in her hand, like it's a light show. It's just going, and I don't even know whether to yell at her at this point or just get up and dance. Bitch, get off your phone. So she sits down, and she decides, fuck it, I'm live streaming this whole movie. So she's holding it up. And I don't know who her audience is on Twitch or OnlyFans or whatever she's on, but it's just basically black imagery the whole time. Once in a while, there's like a peekaboo shot of something. I can't make heads or tails of it. And I'm watching half the movie on her phone at this point because I'm just so entranced by what's happening. 25 minutes into the movie, give or take, we decide to move. I'm not going to tell her to put her phone down. She's well past the point of any return on that. I'm just kind of done talking to people and asking them to do the bare minimum and put their phones away. The crazy thing is, whenever I do one of these little rants, I won't say always, but there has been in the past people that are like, dude, just watch the movie and ignore the person on their phone. Like, this is clearly coming from a person who sits on their phone during the movie. And to you, if you're watching, get the fuck off my channel and get out of my theater. I paid my own money to go watch something on the screen and to get away from all you idiots. And you found a way to ruin it. You found a way to take me away from my escape. You did it before when you would be ruining it by kicking the seat. You did it before when you talked loudly to your friends or when you laughed during serious things. And now you do it 24/7 by bringing up your bright ass phone on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or just fuck off. I don't want to do it. So I ignore her. We move up. I purposely go as close to the screen as I can, still have a good time. And there's only one individual in front of us. One individual. Hey, look, guys, we caught up. We caught up to where I was before. And it's recording. We did it, everyone. It's a solo individual. He has a giant tub of popcorn, a giant soda, and I think this is the guy. This is the guy we want to be behind. Let's let Jesus take the wheel. Little did I know, he was taking this wheel right off a cliff, because not even 20 seconds in, he busts out his phone and this bad boy is up 50, 60% brightness. And I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm shaking. My daughter looks at me. She knows it's about to go down. She's ready to yell timber. She's ready to do full-blown Kesha on this. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. But I'm not ready to be Pitbull yet. Okay? I let Mr. Worldwide get out of here. And this is the craziest. Okay. Every kind of dumbass you can think is at this theater at the same time. It's a collection. It's a cavalcade of morons. It's Appreciation Dipshit Week, and they're all here under one roof, ready to ruin my day. This bizarre individual is on his phone for 5 minutes, sipping his drink, eating his popcorn, then he just gets up and leaves. And I'm like, he hasn't depleted his reserves. We're only a half hour into the movie. Is he me? Does he already have to go to the bathroom? Could it be? Is it me? But no, he comes back in not that long later. I think he just walked around the corner and was like, maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll come back. Sits down. Another 10 minutes go by. He's up again, leaves, doesn't return. What happened to him? What the fuck happened to him? He doesn't return the rest of the movie. I'd like to think, and this is me painting the nicest picture I can. I'd like to think that he set down his stuff at the counter. He talked the ear off of the employee they're understaffed. He's running around everywhere, but this guy's going to ruin his day by talking to him. He then goes into the bathroom, starts going to the stall. He's whistling. Peeing is going in and out of the urinal, going all over the walls and the floor. I imagine he did it because when I went in there later, my feet were sticking to the ground. Someone didn't know how to use the urinal at all. They just went right on the floor. It's either pee or it's pop. Either way, my shoes are ruined. But he's in there doing his thing, and in comes one of the workers wearing a pilgrim mask. The guy looks over and he's like, nice mask. And the dude behind him just pulls up the mask and he kind of like tees it up at the guy's neck level and he just lays back, and the guy peeing's just sitting there, pulls up his phone and he starts scrolling through, but then he goes away and he sees the black screen, but the reflection shows the axe as it swings right through this fucker's neck. And the head flies off and rolls down into the fucking hallway, and he's done. And I don't have to worry about him anymore. That's what I like to think. Back in the real world, though, I guess I would say hell, my daughter and I are sitting there kind of like watching the movie, but also waiting for this guy to return. And after about 15 minutes, I go, well, he's dead to me. He's not coming back. But I have a lot more going on in this theater. Not only do we have the woman back there live streaming, we have, I don't know, I'd say between the four of these people, a little over a ton. No, that's being generous. There's some very heavy people in the theater right now. The mom, the dad, the son, two sons, I'm gonna say. One of the sons is probably my son's age, Connor. He looked to be about 11. Looked to be about 11. Probably not old enough to go to Thanksgiving, but who cares? What do I know? This family sucks, anyways. The mom and the son are sitting together. The father oddly sits a row up on his own. He went stag. And then the other son goes to the back of the theater. He's Rosa Parks in it in the theater in the way back, which I will give him credit. That's a pretty big journey for some of his. And to his credit, I will give, and to be fair to his credit, I can't say this. And I will say to his credit, considering his weight, that's pretty impressive. That's like climbing Mount Everest for this boy. This is a chonky kid, and he's moving around. He's also a very sick kid. And yes, I am fat shaming him because he was grossly sick. He was back there going for the entire film. And his brother was doing it too in the same row as me over by Mama. He's going. And my daughter looks over. At one point, she's like, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. He might be dying. He might be dying. He might be dead for all I know. This family, for how I would say out of shape they are, was moving around a lot. They were very spry. They would get up, walk past the screen, kind of like Sloth from oh shit. Wait, what? You've been muted for like 10 minutes. You talking to me? I'm not muted. Why are you scaring me? Thank you, Colton, for the $1.99 super chat. Joseph Blasco for 16 to 32. I love these super chat amounts. Thank you, Joseph. Busy tonight. Just stop by to say have a great weekend. I hope to catch the next live. Amazing. Thank you, sir. And then he gives an Adam Does Movies membership. Joseph shot out of a cannon with another Adam Does Movies membership. Okay. Orange Gat, Bubba, you scared me. Am I muted right now? What is happening? Someone tell me if I'm muted, because that's creeping me out. I have audio on my end. No one's going to say anything. It's just going to be dead silence. I'm not going to talk until I know. I'm not going to talk until I know. I can hear you. You get good. He's messing with you. Haha. Wow. Oh my God. Why would you do that, Bubba? Why would you do that to me on tonight of all nights? Kyle Nelson, $2 super chat. You weren't muted for me. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, others. I'm just an asshole. Bubba, you might lose all of your superpowers that I just gave you. You might lose all of them because of this stunt. See how I can get the chat engaged. Wow, that's certainly one way to get me to engage more and throw me completely off my kilter. All right. Yeah. The sloth from, what is the Disney movie? What's the Disney movie? What's the Disney movie with the sloth and the bunny cop? And the annoying song by Shakira. Someone tell me. I could look it up, but I don't want to. I could look it up, but I don't want to. Someone tell me the name. I know there's a delay. Zootopia. Thank you, Bubba. You've saved yourself like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You've become anew. Much akin to the sloth from Zootopia, these people keep kind of snailing their way past the front of the theater. And again, they're taking up a good portion of my viewing space. All right? It's not like the Pokemon Pseudo-Woodos walking by. This is more of a Snorlax scenario. They're walking by to and fro constantly throughout this movie. I think each of them got up 4 or 5 times. Not together. It's never once together. So we're talking 4, 8, 12, 16 to 20 times their March of the Penguining back and forth. We got a woman live streaming. We have another dude seemingly dead, never came back. And then we have the family of sickos. And I don't mean sickos because they're perverted, although we don't need to discredit them. They already have enough problems. The sickies, the people that are actually sick and just putting it out into the world. I'm trying to avoid that myself. I don't need to be in the theater with you people hacking up a lung. In the way back, we have the peanut gallery. Thankfully, they were far enough away from me where I didn't really know it. Thankfully, they were far enough back where I wasn't bothered by the constant talking. It was just kind of a little trickle in the back of my ear, just a taste the rainbow. Do you think he's the killer? Do you think this is... How about we watch the movie and find out? How about we watch the movie and find out? As the movie comes to a close and what was left of my sanity / dignity is gone, we get up to leave. I tell Olivia, we need to go right now. I don't want to stick around for whatever end credits there might be. I don't need to see Nick Fury come out and say there's going to be another Thanksgiving next year. We need the Santa Claus initiative to come forth to stop the pilgrim or whatever. We try to get up and leave. And I can't stop myself from thinking, if I don't put an end to this, who will? These people are just going to return and they're going to come back stronger like a virus. And these people are sick, both in the head, they're sick outside the body. And I need to stop it. I need to prevent this from happening again. So as I'm leaving, I say to Olivia, I'll be there in a second. There's just one last thing I have to do. And she's like, what are you going to do, Dad? I'm like, well, Thanksgiving's coming early. So I turn around. I grab a conveniently located axe that's laying next to the garbage can. And before one of the fatty McGee's can say 2 words, I slice across the throat, sending a trail of blood screeching across the theater. It lands in an aisle where his son is slowly lumbering down the stairs. Like Marv from Home Alone slipping on some beads, this kid goes down. Rip, 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 rip. Feet over apple cart. He goes down every single stair. They're starting to break under the sheer weight of it all. One of the floorboards does break, shoots up, punches the bottom of the jaw of the dumbass live streaming just as she's saying, peace, I'm out. Ladies, I'm leaving. Catch me next time. Tooth drills into the top of her. No, sorry. Teeth drill up through the bottom of her tongue. Her tongue goes into her nose. And that's going to be a nice table setting for my meal. So I go ahead and rip the top off, and we're going to put that right out at the head of the table. It's going to be something that the whole family can appreciate. But I still got a couple more turkeys in the audience that I need to be basting. And time's a wasting. So let's get to it. Axe in hand still, I take out the Achilles heels of someone else coming down. Just a beautiful cut right through the tenderloins. They go down hard. Like a Jamaican bobsled, it takes out 3 others who are now going on this guy like a toboggan. He smashes his head into one of the chairs. Brains are out his ears now, like a gravy fountain that I can pour beautifully onto some mashed potatoes or whatever I happen to find on the ground. Probably entrails. Because while that's happening, I'm on a killing spree, cutting and weaving through every single body I can find. This is it's a jubilee, a celebration of all things hellish murder that I can put on a plate and set in front of you for a nice little appetizer before the main course, and then the dessert, which is the rest of these fat fucks that have been coughing in my direction the entire time. One of them's trying to wobble out. I take the axe, flip it around. The back handle hits him in the head. He goes forward. The face hits the wall. I go up there and I scalp the bitch straight backwards. At this point, the video's probably going to be flagged for some sort of violent behavior, and YouTube's not going to have it. But I didn't want to have it either when I paid good money to watch this movie. So these people had to die. The meal's almost complete. All that's left are the chatterboxes in the back. It doesn't go well for them. At that point, my daughter comes back in. She sees the horror that has unfolded, and she chimes in, and she joins in. She Trinity wall runs up the side of the theater, spins around, whirling bird kick Chun-Li style, pops all the heads off of these jackasses. They come tumbling down into my Santa's bag. For some reason, I'm doing Christmas analogies now. I roll those assholes out onto the table, and we have a full family feast right before our eyes. What a meal. What a time to be alive. One gets away. She's in the parking lot, fidgeting with her keys. She's scared, as she should be. She didn't see me coming up behind her with a turkey baster. I ram that thing so far up her ass, it's turned into a glorified spigot. She launches into the air like a balloon that's just been... God damn it. She launches into the air like a balloon that's getting its air fired out of it, except for it's not air, it's blood. She's a blood sprinkler going all around the parking lot like a whoopee cushion. And when she lands, she's basically on the Atkins diet. There's nothing left to give. Just skin. Just skin. So the movie was great. The audience experience wasn't, but I felt good. I felt humbled by the time we left and we drove off home and onto our normal lives until the next movie I go to, which inevitably will end in the same sort of glorious shit show that this one did. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around for this violent frenzy. Obviously, I don't condone any sort of violent acts. This is just for fun and for my own personal sick satisfaction. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you next time. Woo! God. We have a super chat from Shane Lee, 88. One of those names has to be right. Thank you for the 1117 super chat, Shan Lee. Adam, joined the stream late and had no idea what was happening to you. I typed out a carefully crafted funny message of support, then somehow lost the entire thing. Moment is lost. I feel your pain. I appreciate that. The fact that you even thought to write something heartwarming and nice is all that really matters, as opposed to Bubba, who decided to just troll me and say the audio hasn't been working for 10 minutes as I'm on some rambling spree. Either way, nothing but love, nothing but fun over here. Okay, I hope I got all the super chats. It was kind of all over the place, obviously. I have no idea. These may never get done. This might be the only way you see either of these reviews at the rate things are going. I did also film 2 YouTube shorts of my daughter and I. One, we're eating a nice meal, talking about Thanksgiving, and the other one is on the Hunger Games. So I will get those YouTube shorts out probably tomorrow. They'll just be staggered. As for these reviews, believe it or not, I got 2 sponsors, and so they want sponsorships on the new video reviews. So you're going to be seeing some shilling on those. One of them is actually for some pretty sweet shades. The other one is for like mental health issues. Either way, I support both. So I thought, yeah, I'll take some extra coin and I'll take a free pair of high definition freaking projector shades that I can wear and ignore my family as much as possible. So these will be a little bit delayed as far as the regular reviews because I have to get approval of the shilling that I have to do. Outside of that, we're going to be going on Twitch right now to stream some Fortnite. Unless there's any more movie questions you want to super chat my way, feel free. Otherwise, this stream is going to end. It's been going for an hour 22, should have been done 22 minutes ago, but because of all the time lost due to my incompetence, we've gone a little longer than I wanted to. It's almost 11. I will probably stream for an hour on Twitch. Expect that to be up and running within, I mean, I kind of got it set up, but not really. There's going to be about 15, 20 minutes of downtime in between. I'll probably change because I'm sweating through all this like a disgusting pig. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I just won't wear pants at all. You won't know. Nobody will know. I'll just Daffy Duck it. Yeah, so join me over on Twitch if you want. If you're on Twitch currently, that stream will end and a new one will be made. So hang tight. Thank you guys very much. This was kind of fun and also kind of sad. I'll let you decide where we ended up with it. Gina Janowick, damn, that sucks. I missed this. I was seeing Thanksgiving. Oh, that's okay, Gina. You know, you can always watch it back later. The live streams are available after they end on the channel. There's a live tab. Also, I put most of them on the podcast. There's no way I'm putting this on the podcast. I don't even know what I would do. It's just a disaster, but it was fun. It's always fun. And thank you guys as always. We'll see you very soon, hopefully, on Twitch. Oh, and lastly, again, I have to push this because I don't push things enough. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription over there. So just go to twitch.tv/AdamDoesMovies. Follow the channel. That's not the same as subscribing to the channel. I know it's stupidly confusing. Follow me over there. And then if you have Prime, you get a free Twitch gaming subscription to use every month. I would love if you used it on me. Even if you don't watch, you can just say, here's my subscription. Otherwise, Jeff Bezos gets that money. It's free money. All right, that's it. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon. I'm gonna end the stream.